Guys, hello and welcome to the THQ podcast. In this episode, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 5 mistakes of fitness. So, number 1, cardio for fat loss and weights for bulking up. Now, over the years of personal training, I have heard this probably less and less, if I'm totally honest. Now, weight training has become a lot more popular and a lot more trendy. Like when I first started personal training, even the short time ago since I've been personal training over the last 10 years, I've seen it get more popular and more mainstream because people used to think that it was weight training. If you're doing weight training, you was a big bodybuilder with fake tan on stage. Or if you wanted to lose weight, it would be to run or to cycle or to use the rower, so anything sort of that. And to be honest, it's a whole bit of just complete myth. Now, weight training is a lot more superior for fat loss. The number reason that I believe it is because it uses nutrients for energy, so that the better you get at weight training, the more food that your body needs. Now, that is a number one thing for a lot of people that are yo-yo diet, because I think if you're yo-yo dieting, you just get fed up of being hungry and eating the same old salad, and it just gets to be too restrictive. So when you do weight training, the better you get, the more food you need. So you can go from lifting 5 kilogram to 20 kilogram. To able to do that, that is going to require more food. So as your transformation journey progresses, your fitness journey progresses, you need more food to maintain that. That is, and obviously in return, if your body's using more nutrients, you're going to drop body fat and you're going to get a nicer body shape. So for me, that is why weight training is more superior for fat loss. Now, it's not to say that cardio doesn't have its benefits. Yes, it does. Moving more definitely does. Now, cardio will generally use oxygen, and that's why it's very good for a heart. So it's definitely good. Now, if we are just using cardio for a fat loss perspective though, like if we're talking about fat loss, your body adapts to it very quickly. So if you go on a 5-minute run, you're going to burn a lot of calories at the start, but then you have to go on a 10-minute run, then you have to go on a half an hour run, then you have to go on an hour run, then you have to go an hour and a half. You get to the point where you can't run anymore. But the benefits, obviously, getting your heart rate up and things like that, are pretty much sort of, you can get that in a you just go and take the dog for a fast walk up a hill, or do something of a bit of enjoyment, go out on your bike or something like that. Get a bit of oxygen to your heart. You can do that. But when we're trying to drop body fat, we need to look at a lot of factors. Now, one, is it maintainable? And that's why obviously continuing to increase the amount of time you're exercising isn't maintainable, nor is it going to be very good for your joints or anything. Like in something that you're doing for a long period of time, it's not going to get to the point where it can't be that healthy if you're exercising for that long. Our body needs to rest and recover. So why we want with weight training, it's going to manage our blood sugar as well, so we're not actually going to be getting uncontrollable cravings like I'm sure you've had if you went on a big massive run for, say like I go on my bike quite a bit, like you have to them sugar gels and things like that, because we need that for energy. So again, that's more of a enjoyment type of thing rather than for a fat loss perspective. Everything's got its place for fat loss, but I just think over the long haul, weight training outweighs cardio for fat loss purposes. So that's my opinion, but it is a myth that weight training is only for bulking up and cardio is for fat loss. So hopefully that myth is debunked. Now, calories don't count is another myth. Now, a lot of people used to say that, quite years ago, it was very common that people just say, don't worry about calories, just worry about quality of food. Now, can we overeat on quality food? Yes, we can. Will we find it a lot harder? Yes, you will find it a lot harder. One, because if you eat better food, you're going to be fuller. You lose a lot of it through digestion. If you're doing sensible training, like weight training, then you're going to use a lot of it to build muscle tissue and performance. So we're going to turn it over. However, you will always fail to get in the very best shape of your life, or generally just good shape, if you aren't looking at what is in things, because it's... A lot of people, I guarantee, if somebody's never tracked calories, they will think of, let's say 2,000 calories as a ballpoint figure and believe that that is a lot of food. Well, trust me, like when you track calories and you realise that there's like nearly 300 calories in just one pint of beer, or there's probably 2,500 calories in a pizza, you realise that 2,000 calories isn't really a lot. So saying calories don't count is another myth. So always make sure that you learn about tracking calories. calories are all that matters as well is a complete other myth. Now, quality of food, as I've mentioned, is so important. So if we hit in a protein intake, which is pretty much vital for one, building muscle, one, keeping us full, but we'll lose a lot of it in digestion as well, so we can actually eat more. So this is where people say all these fat burning foods and things like that is generally just eating a higher protein diet does aid fat loss a lot more, but the calories aren't all that matters. This is a big one for me, thinking day to day about your diet. You have to look at the whole 7 days. You have to look at your lifestyle for the whole 7 days. Now, I'll give you an example, right? We'll get to, say, a Sunday, and we will literally binge eat some people. We'll literally eat loads and loads and loads, right? And then we'll get to Monday and think, right, starting again, right? And then maybe you'll have chicken and veg, or maybe you'll have a slice of bread or something like that, and you'll become all bloated, and you'll think that, oh, well, it's the bread that's making me bloated, or it's the chicken and veg that's making me bloated. It doesn't really agree with me. It's actually, probably the Chinese that you had on the Sunday or the Saturday that's still actually in you. Like over the Christmas period, like we're recording this now in January, like pretty much like my calories are pretty much like 1800 calories a day now. That is very, very, very low for me. And I guarantee after 7 days of being, it's Thursday, the first week back after Christmas, I'm still on 1800 calories. I'm feeling fine. By next Thursday, once I've had that full 7 days, I'm going to have to bring my calories back up to about 2.5, getting them back all over the week, to then over the 7 days actually being more like 3,500. But at the minute I'm pretty much running still off pigs and blankets. Trust me, that is how your body works. You cannot look day to day, you have to look at the whole week. Just walk it off. I'm sure we've done this over Christmas as well, like over the Christmas period, is that you can have a massive meal, just walk it off. Like you cannot just walk off a meal. Let's say you go out for a meal, right? And you have like 2,000 calories. You just go for a nice big walk and walk it off. You probably burnt off a bite. Now, don't get me wrong. Moving more, being more active is equivalent to 200 calories a day, which is a lot if we're tracking calories, looking at the quality of food that we're eating, exercising regular. But if we are eating and just think, oh, well, I move a lot anyway day to day, so I can pretty much eat what I want. Well, no, honestly, trust me, you cannot. Like, you have to pay attention. You cannot just walk things off or just rely on being a little bit more active, or because you've got an active job. Yes, there's going to be things that are going to be beneficial to you, but you still have to look at everything that you're doing on a regular basis. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. It's a very short, sharp episode because I wanted you to think about the points that I'm making. Guys, have a fantastic day. Again, if you need me in any way, contact Carl at lambert@transformationhq.co.uk and I'll be happy to answer any questions. Guys, enjoy your sessions, enjoy your training, take care, and I will see you all soon.